Only 3 more weeks of that. Only 3 more weeks. Let's get things going. And Burns goes off mute.
Hi, everyone. Yeah.
Let's get things going. Episode number 73 of Burns and Berman.
73. Big 73.
73 episodes in.
How are we doing, Joshua?
Fetterman, unfortunately, Sam Fetterman is not available to join us today. But we are going to do our best to preview the NCAA tournament, March Madness.
Yeah, we'll try
to. This is a disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. Neither of us know that much, but I don't know about you. I would say I know enough to hold a conversation.
I did a little bit.
Don't expect some expert analysis here, but I mean, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into things. And actually, this is where I'm going to lean on the chat because I bet you a lot of people watching this probably know more than we do. So
100%.
Tell us some.
Yeah, I got my bet
storylines to look for. What are some things to look for? Because I'll tell you what, the number one thing, and I mean, even if I was watching more college basketball this year, this probably still would be true just because of the excitement of it. But the team I'm most excited to watch is Iowa on the women's side. It really is. And that may be true even if even if I watched more college basketball this year than I have, but there's no doubt that has been the story,
100%. I'm looking at this right now. So I got my bets placed and on DraftKings, Colin Coward's no sweat upset bet. Bet on a double-digit seed and get a bonus bet back if your pick loses.
So it's no sweat. There you go.
So who's I need somebody who's at least a 10 seed to upset. But I can go through. I can go through
the one I'm thinking is McNeese, right?
I'm fading everybody on McNeese.
Everyone's talking about. By the way,
dude, everybody is on McNeese. Everybody.
Yeah. By the way, we have a bracket challenge that you guys can join. We have 37 people in this already. Jack has pledged to pay $1,000 to whoever wins the bracket challenge.
Yes, Jack is giving $1,000 out of his own money.
He just strongly agreed with us.
Yes, out of his own money, Jack is giving the people $1,000.
Yeah.
If you mean by $1,000, you mean just like I just give you a piece of paper with just 1,000 written on it, sure, or Monopoly money. I'll give you
perfect.
Yeah, he's
giving them a check, signed check. You can take it to the bank. You can deposit it. You'll be all good there.
Just don't sue us if it doesn't count. Shout out Brett Favre.
Yeah. I got my bracket. Pulled up right here. Do you
have
got yours? Mine up. Did you finish yours?
Yeah, I made mine.
Okay, you want to go through each one? You want me to show mine first, and then we'll show yours?
Go ahead.
Okay, let me fucking screen share real quick. I'm still not very good at this. It's been months, and I'm still learning. Here we go.
It's been a couple months, yeah.
Burns' bracket.
Let me get rid of the overlay. Hold on. There we go.
Burns' bracket right here.
Interesting on Illinois here. NC State.
Yeah, we'll start off.
5 wins in 5 days. Just keep the momentum going. Is that
yeah. We'll start off with the East. We got UConn, Northwestern. Got to show the hometown love there. I actually really like that Northwestern pick. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. San Diego State, Auburn. Auburn's been rolling too. How do you say this school, Josh? Before
that's like kind of close. It's closer to Pittsburgh.
Duquesne?
Yeah, it's like near Pittsburgh.
Because they have been talked about as a big upset team. A lot of people have them rolling to almost what?
They're like really close to like Philly, Pittsburgh-ish.
Yeah.
I did hear Duquesne is close to Akron. That my sources do tell me is close to Akron.
Jack, just go and find a way to get your prize money settled for the people in here, okay? We don't have time for that today. But however you say it, a lot of people pick them to upset, and I'm not rolling with it. I'm pretty chalk through.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually fully chalk, just all favorites besides Northwestern through the East in the first round. Drake, I do not be surprised at all if Drake wins that game, dude. Drake, they got some dogs on that team. I've been watching them all year. And
really?
Well, yeah, they're in my conference.
Yeah,
and they beat the shit out of us, but they're pretty good. But I just think that Washington State will go in there and get it done. And then second round, UConn obviously rolling. San Diego State. San Diego State beats Auburn. That's a tricky one right there because a lot of people
can't have all chalk. That's kind of the logic there if you're anything like me.
Yeah, no.
Like
San Diego State.
A lot of people upset 5-4. There you go.
And then UConn, Illinois in the Final Four, basically. I mean, UConn, Illinois in the Elite Eight. I just went with the hometown pick. I think that everybody's on UConn. Obviously, they're the number 1 ranked team in the dance.
On UConn.
And they do their job. And then over here in the South, usual. I really thought about James Madison, but I just wasn't feeling it because I also got NC State beating Texas Tech. Just 5 wins in 5 days. They got some dogs on NC State too. That's a that's a real scenario. I never bet on the first 4 teams. Never.
UCLA did it a few years ago.
Yeah, I know they did, but I hate it. I never touch them. Marquette, and then we go on. NC State beats Kentucky. I think that Kentucky, even if they beat NC State, I think that the farthest that they're going is the Sweet 16. I really think that Kentucky's overhyped. And then Duke goes down to Houston, and then Houston, NC State. Houston gets it done in the Elite Eight. And then moving down here, starting off in the West, North Carolina, obviously, got to go with Sparty, man. That's a homer pick for me. Love my Michigan State Spartans. And here's one of my big upsets. GCU going in there, getting to work, getting it done.
I got that too.
Yeah, and then I got Alabama. New Mexico also doing their job. Both the 12s and the 11s win here. And then I got Baylor, Dayton, and Arizona.
I'll tell you right now, that is my bracket with a lot of upsets.
Yeah. And then Long Beach State. I like Long Beach State. I mean, we played them, but I think that Arizona, that they're just going to roll in there and get their job done. No big Cinderella stories here, really, besides Alabama beating North Carolina.
All right.
And then Baylor, Arizona, I mean, it's just regular shit.
How old
lastly,
is
over here,
by the way, at this point? Because I cannot believe he's still in college.
No, I know, either can I. But moving over here, Tennessee, St. Peter's, dude. I seriously think that Tennessee is going to beat the brakes off of St. Peter's. This is not the upset squad.
Well, it's a completely different team.
Oh, yeah, no. Everybody's going to be all over St. Peter's just because
it's a completely different team.
Oh, yeah, completely different.
Which, by the way, is what makes it very impressive that they made it back like 2 years later.
100%. But I think that Tennessee just beats the brakes off of them. And then Texas, Akron goes in there.
There you go.
Shut up. Akron goes in there and does their job. South Carolina does their thing. Kansas does their thing. And then Gonzaga beats McNeese, who's everybody's hyping up.
So in the sports TikTok group chat that you're in, that you chat in once a month.
Yep.
There was a debate today about Gonzaga, about how they look like a different team. McNeese is good, but people said they got fucked over in the seeding because of Gonzaga just being really good.
Yeah.
So interesting. My logic, as someone who has watched none of either of these two teams, is Gonzaga has significantly struggled in March over the years, and everyone is hyping up McNeese. So gotta have a 5-12. There you go. Yeah, Kansas losing Lance McCullers. He's done.
Yep. No, it's huge. I had Kansas going to the Final Four, and then I switched it.
Yeah, I did too, and I changed it.
Yep. Changed it. Got Gonzaga going to the Final Four. That's one of my Cinderella runs, is having the Zags do their thing. And then you go to the Final Four. Illinois, Houston, Arizona, Houston, Gonzaga. Championship game, Illinois versus Houston. 169 points are scored, and Illinois is crowned the champion. What do you think, Josh?
Not bad. Not bad. It's my turn now.
I mean, dude, we could throw out any bracket up there, and you could just say it was your bracket.
Exactly. But this is mine.
Oh, UConn.
Yeah, we're rolling with UConn.
Let's see.
Just makes sense. They've got a lot of great players, defending champs. Dan Hurley's a great coach.
You got the Drake upset.
I do.
Ours is pretty much the same there besides Drake.
This side is very chalk. I've heard about Iowa State not being great, but I'm still going to pick them. But I have heard people talk about that. Let's move over to the other side, the south side now. Houston, Nebraska, Wisconsin. I was tempted here too.
I was so tempted with that. But damn, you have Wisconsin beating Duke too.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Just fuck Duke.
Hey, NC State, attaboy.
NC State.
Riding the waves. There we go.
Got it. These are the two pretty chalk brackets, I would say, as a whole. Then we come down here, and it's not very chalk, especially on the west side. You got GCU in the Sweet 16. There's my Cinderella team.
All that, though, that's very impressive.
And when I say that that's my Cinderella team, I mean I watched a couple
months. Oh, my God. And Charleston beating Bama, too?
That's one I can tell you about. They're good, and they can shoot. They can shoot like crazy. They're in Towson's conference. I've watched them. Let me tell you, Charleston's pretty damn good. I have no idea how they compare to Bama, but I know that Charleston can shoot like crazy, and I've seen it in person, the way they can shoot. And meaning if they can catch fire and they go on runs, they're a team that can go on a 15-0 run in the blink of an eye. And just like that, you're down by 10 when you were winning by 5. And something like that can happen. So I don't know how they compete against the Bama team, but again, want to have 5-12 upset.
Oh, also,
or actually, that's not even
I'm sorry, Josh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I forgot to tell. Hey, if you're in the bracket challenge, change the name of your bracket to like your username or something. So that's not just ESPN fan, whatever it is. So that we can like 100%. Shout out whoever wins, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, make sure to do that if you're in there. And
we will shout both. We will shout out the winner on the show, and we're going to shout them out on TikTok. How about that?
Yep.
We'll do that. We'll make a video because I got to make a video
on top of Jack's $1,000.
Yes, on top of the $1,000 cash prize from Jack, of course. Once again, strong agreement backstage. We have back over to the Midwest bracket. I had Kansas in the Final Four. I've switched it, and I went with Tennessee. Zach Edey, though, with Purdue, thought about it, but I didn't want to.
You think that Zach Edey falls?
I didn't want to have 3 1 seeds in the Final Four.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I just picked the guy.
That's how I was too at one point. I almost had like a bunch of 2 and 3s.
Yeah, no, I'm actually looking at it now, and it's all 1s and 2s. So I would like to change that. Chat, help me out here. I'm not going to change UConn or Houston, but I'm willing to change either Arizona or Tennessee. Give me a team that's lower to reach the Final Four, chat.
UNC, you're really thinking about this. You want to change it? Who'd you want to get rid of?
Either Arizona or Tennessee.
Oh, because you have the 1s and 2s. Yeah, you should probably keep Tennessee in there.
Okay. Arizona can get rid of.
I think Tennessee is a lot better than Arizona.
UNC, we can do UNC. I've heard a lot of hype about them. So, oh, no, but that's a 1 seed. No.
GCU. Dude, that would be crazy.
This is my official bracket.
What about Baylor? You could have Baylor in there.
That's true.
Baylor, and then who's on Tennessee's side? Who do you have going far over there? Maybe South Carolina goes on a little run?
Oh.
You could do that. How many brackets do you make per year? Do you just make one?
Usually I make a bunch.
You see, what I learned over the past 2 years is you only make one.
Yeah. Over the
last, when you have 3, you got to check everything.
Yeah, exactly. You know? That was kind of my logic. This is the first year I decided that. It was the same logic.
You just have one, you got one horse in the race, and it's awesome. It's awesome just to watch it go through.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. The other side, though, is if your bracket gets destroyed, then you're just done.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Your bracket's destroyed anyway once you reach the Sweet 16. Like, once you reach the Sweet 16, I don't even know.
And if you're champion, well, if you're in, like, a money pool or anything, if you're champion still in, then you got a shot. That's all you need.
To be real, I only look at the bracket. My actual bracket, I only look at it during the first 2 rounds, and after that, it's not even worth looking at.
I just check in on it and see if it's doing well in any money pools that I'm in or anything.
Yeah.
But besides that, no. Yeah, 100%.
Francis, you've said a million different things. You've not been helpful.
Have MSU win against UNC. Yeah, have Sparty go all the way. I would have.
But I don't like Tom Izzo at all.
Why? Why don't you like Izzo?
Maryland. I'm a Maryland fan. Yeah, no, I hate Tom Izzo.
I love Tom Izzo.
In particular.
I love him, dude.
I'm gonna stick with this. I'm just gonna stick with this.
Okay.
If I change it, I change it.
What time does the game start tomorrow? 11 a.m.
Oh, you confused me because of the timing for you. Around then.
Yeah, it's 11
a.m. It starts. First game is at. I think it's around that. It's 12:15, so 11:15 for you.
12:15. Oh, okay.
So 11.
Central Time is the best time, guys. Come on now. Nobody wants to watch Sunday Night Football at 8:30 at night. That's horrible. The game's not over till midnight. That sucks.
In which sport?
Football. What time does Sunday Night Football kick off for you?
8:20.
Yeah, the game's not over till almost midnight. That sucks.
It's usually over at 11:30, 11:15.
Yeah, that's almost midnight. I got a bedtime, dude. Weirdest thing. Ever since I've gotten back from vacation, I swear on my life, I've been going to bed at 10 o'clock every night. I've been waking up at 8 a.m. It's weird. I've never done this before. And, I woke up. I've been up since, 8 in the morning? I've been going all day today. It's great. It's great. But, yeah. All right. You want to go into the second thing?
Yes. So, also, by the way, I did March Madness streams over the last few years. I didn't do it last year. Obviously, it wasn't here. But I still have not really decided what I'm going to do in terms of I'm probably not going to do all day. Yeah. But I might. I'm not sure. I might. So just if you get the Twitch note, you get the Twitch note. If you don't, you don't. I would say I'm 50-50 on it. I might.
Dude, I will say I am not excited to use March Madness Live again. That app is the worst thing ever.
Oh, I'm done with that. Yeah.
I remember back during, we got YouTube TV here, but I got to be somewhere.
Oh, you mean to watch?
Yeah. It's bad. Oh, having your bracket on there was the worst. That shit would never load, dude.
Yeah.
That thing was stuck. I hate that app so much.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll be on YouTube TV watching it.
Right. All right. So, NFL rule changes. The proposals are in. So, I have pulled up. Let's see if I can find something better than this because this is very confusing to look at. I'm going to try and find one that I can look at that's better. Let's see. Come on. Please tell me there's a better one to look at. I can do that one, but we'll see. Stall, Burn, stall.
Guys, I got this at Disney World. This is a shark. I got this there too. It's like a pearl from a clam. Or no. What yeah. Isn't it a clam that has pearls?
Yes. All right, we're good.
There we go.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for me.
Yeah, that is an all-timer for Josh. That's
pretty good. All right. There are 10 proposals for the competition committee or the owners to look at. 6 of them are the competition committee. 4 of them are by teams. The first one was proposed by the Lions to protect a club's ability to challenge a third ruling following one successful challenge. Huh? So, protects the... Oh, so just saying that you can still?
Yes, I do.
I guess that just means you still can challenge. I don't know why you wouldn't be allowed to. Eagles. To eliminate the first touch spot after the receiving team possesses the ball. What? These are confusing. These are very confusing.
That does not make sense at all.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. There it goes into explanations, but these are very long explanations too. Where's like? This is so dumb. Come on.
I'm gonna try and look it up myself.
All right, here we go. All right, here's the first one. This is the one about a challenge. Each team is permitted a minimum of 2 challenges, and
let's see. It's from March 20th. Is that today? Yes, it is today. Okay, here we go. Josh, I got it in a lot easier format.
Okay.
So here's the kickoff proposal.
Yeah, no, I love this. I know about it. I love this.
The kickoff proposal will be the most significant on-field rule change in the NFL for years, and it is designed to reverse more than a decade of declining return rates while also lowering concussion rates.
I can explain the kickoff very easily.
The committee's proposal will move the majority of the kicking and return teams downfield to minimize high-speed collisions. The kicker would continue to kick from the 35-yard line, but the other 10 players would line up at the receiving team's 40-yard line. At least 9 players of the return team would line up in a setup zone between the 35 and 30-yard line. Up to 2 returners can line up in a landing zone between the goal line and the 20-yard line. No one other than the kicker and the returners can move until the ball hits the ground, or a player inside the landing zone. Touchbacks would be marked at the 35-yard line, and no fair catches would be allowed. Break it down in an easier way, Josh.
Okay, hold on. I got it right here. I made a whole video on it. This is a full explanation on what this is.
Okay.
Jump scare warning on the part that I've paused on. The kickoff is about to change completely if the NFL approves this new proposal. Let's explain how it actually works. The short version is it is very similar to what the XFL has done over the last few years. Players are only separated by 5 yards. They cannot move until after the returner catches the ball, and you must kick the ball within what is known as the target line, within the 20. Now, what the NFL is doing to try and prevent touchbacks from pretty much happening at all is their adjustments to what a touchback would be. If a team just kicks it straight into the end zone or out of the end zone, the receiving team gets the ball at the 35. The kicking team doesn't want to do that because that's obviously great field position. But if a team lets the ball roll into the end zone for a touchback, the receiving team will get the ball at the 20. So the receiving team doesn't want that to happen because that's not very good field position. It's a nice kind of meet in the middle compared to what the 25 was, which wasn't really an advantage either way. So neither team really cared. They just let it be a touchback. Now, does the kickoff look kind of weird like this? Yes. Does it get rid of surprise onside kicks? Yeah, and part of the proposal is that if you want to do an onside kick, you have to be trailing in the 4th quarter, and you have to declare that you're doing an onside kick because it's a completely different formation. But in order to make the onside kick still a thing, because only 5% of onside kicks were recovered last year, what they are doing is they are proposing that you can now stack the line and have that running start to give the kicking team a little bit more of an advantage. So, yes, the surprise onside kick goes away, but it also makes it easier for the kicking team to recover an onside kick. So I know people hate change, but I think this makes a lot of sense, and at the end of the day, it's a great way to get what we all want, and that is the kickoff being exciting again and something worth watching again instead of the second you will go to get a snack.
Great music, Josh. Yeah, the little dun 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 dun. Where'd you find that? That was some pretty good tunes.
One of the TikTok backgrounds.
Oh, but no, that was a good explanation. I actually like that.
I just got a text from Sam Fetterman. I can join in 5 if you need me. March Madness breakdown. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. So we'll talk about this until he can join.
So, I love it.
Okay. I do too. Different. I think that it's a good idea.
It's different. It's completely different, and it's going to look weird when you first see it because it's the kickoff. We know what the kickoff has always been.
Yeah.
But it actually will make it interesting, and I like this kind of. Everyone's like, "Oh, touchback to the 35. That's crazy." Not really. If you kick the ball on the fly into the end zone, no one touches it. You just kick it right out of the end zone, which is what teams do all the time now. it's the 35. So that means kicking teams don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And then if you like kind of roll it in the end zone, teams won't want that to happen because then you get the ball to 20, which is worse.
Yeah. So it makes teams work for it instead.
Yeah, exactly. And you can get kickoff returns. This basically will mean that kickoff returns are going to be what you see more of. I think it was 83%, I think was the number that I saw of kickoffs last year were touchbacks. Like that's not, we don't want that.
No, dude, you rarely return it anymore. That was like the biggest thing with especially like the whole Devin Hester push to the Hall of Fame is because you'll never see another player like him again. Because just the kickoff has changed so much. Teams rarely return it.
Make it better, and it's more exciting and it's safer. I didn't think there was a way to have it both, but this is it. This is safer, and this is still very exciting, if not more exciting.
No, it is.
What should the word be?
It should be like a question we ask him. Like it should be like, what's a team that's not in March Madness? Just name a random college that's not in the dance. What do you think of Maryland this year? Gone. That's the cue. That's the cue when he's just gone.
We have to agree on it though.
Okay.
We have to agree. So we have to think of something else though, and that was like a cue to them, like we both agree.
Okay. Then we'll do we're literally praying on his downfall right now.
Kinda.
We'll ask him about just a random question. Think of something, Josh. Come on. We just need something random. Ask him what he had for lunch.
Okay. And one of us says, no, I don't want to know. Something like that. That'll be like the other person just cut him off like, no.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
Regardless, we're giving him some time because, I mean, I haven't talked to him about March Madness yet, and there's a lot of stuff I want to know, and he's going to give it to us. So.
Oh, yeah, no, I want to know.
Regardless, we're going to give him a good amount of time.
But that will be the perfect ending.
Yes.
That will be the perfect ending. Chat, don't say a word. That's how we end the show today is we just kick out Sam Fetterman, and it's perfect.
So, but that also means we're going to give him probably a good 20, 30 minutes though before that. Because, 20 at least. Because I mean, there's a lot of stuff we got to know.
Yeah, no, I just might have to put in some headphones if Sam Fetterman's here for 30 minutes. That's a lot of talking. Dude, he talked so fast.
I can keep up easy.
No, you can. No, but dude, he talks fast. Like, dude, we always yell at Michael for yapping out here. He yaps.
No, but the difference is that Fetterman's making a point. Michael just takes Sam makes
Michael will come on this show on a random Friday and he'll start talking about the most random subject for 30 minutes.
Right, but he'll make valid points throughout. Michael just builds up to the point. That's the difference.
And it takes him 30 minutes to build up to literally the worst point ever. That has no meaning. At least
Sam makes points throughout.
True. Where is he?
He said in 5, so that was 4 minutes ago.
Okay. Sounds good. Dude, I'm just looking through. I really want him to critique my bracket because I might make I'm
me
not
too.
I don't want to make any changes though. I just want to say fuck it. I made it. I'm just gonna let it ride.
I mean, honestly, listen, the best brackets are by the people that have no idea what's going on. Great story. When I was in 8th grade, we did a bracket challenge with my entire grade. We all did a bracket. And the girl who won had literally never watched college basketball in her life. Not only did she win, she had a top 100 bracket in the world.
Yeah.
She had a top bracket in the world because she nailed the Final Four and the national championship.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Never watched a game of college basketball in her life.
Yeah. Makes sense. Dude, imagine if they had this for college football.
Well, it wouldn't. That
would be a lot of CTE going around, but that would be really cool.
By the time you reach the Final Four, everyone's playing their backups.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, where in the first round or two, teams are resting players in what you would consider a playoff game.
True. Dude, that would be so
crazy. You got to give him the week. That'd be like a 6 or 7
week. Oh, there he is.
Sam Fetterman.
Oh, boy.
Damn. How we doing?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute because I've been super busy.
Yeah.
And you guys have been busy because your season ended, and your season is basically year round except for July.
Yeah.
Sorry, June. You've practiced in July.
Yeah.
But like,
Sam, how many games? Okay. For the people in here who might not know, how many college basketball games have you been to this year?
89.
89 basketball games.
How many what are you going to? This is for the tournament.
I might be going to the regional in Albany if Iowa makes it.
Okay.
Because
are you going to the Final Four again?
Because I'm not missing Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah, that is true.
I'm telling
you.
Hell or high water, I'd hitchhike to Albany for Caitlin Clark.
Have you watched her in person?
No.
Yeah.
Have you?
No. Well, but you go to college basketball games.
Well, yeah, she plays for Iowa. She came to the East Coast once this year, and I was at a MAC game that day.
You know, to us, you're looking at
that's such a crazy situation.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know she was playing at Rutgers that day.
You know that to us, you're looking at like the top right corner right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you looking at?
My camera is here. My screen is here.
Then move one of the two.
I've been
making me uncomfortable, Sam.
All right, if you're that uncomfortable.
Yes. All right. That's slightly better.
All right, Sam, we have a request from you. Okay?
Yeah, we want to see your bracket.
Yeah, first off, we want to see yours.
Tonight after the Boise State Colorado game, I'm doing my full bracket stream with Jonathan, Brackets, Bubbles, and Bitch Steelers podcast at BBBCBB podcast on Twitter. That's where I'll reveal my bracket because.
Okay, fine. So we're gonna show you ours, and you're gonna tell us how terrible they are.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This bracket, like I felt really good about my bracket last year. I don't feel good about mine this year.
Well, every year, what would you even consider to be a good bracket?
No. Like I felt good about it going in because, like, I felt like everyone else was missing something that was obvious to me about Houston. And I was so confident picking them to win the national championship against Alabama. I loved Duke's path and I loved Gonzaga's path. So I felt like I had a really good Final Four last year that I could be confident in getting 2 to 3 teams, and I got nobody.
Actually, so here's I got a question actually real quick before we even get into it.
Okay, go ahead.
And because first of all, you're not even a UConn fan anymore.
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are still UConn. Okay.
I think I like UConn more than I like Syracuse, but I obviously care about both of them.
Right. Okay. I didn't know where you were on that, but UConn #1 overall seed. Everyone I've heard has told me that they have the toughest bracket.
Yes.
First. So besides that, just that they're in the toughest bracket. How did that happen? I'm confused with that.
I don't know. I think what I know is BYU can't play on Sunday.
Okay.
So they had to be in either the East or West bracket, and they had to be playing in either Omaha, Charlotte, Salt Lake City, or Pittsburgh.
Okay, but that's one team. How do they get the toughest road if they're the #1 overall seed?
I don't know why. I think one of my theories is that this year the selection committee kind of mailed it in over the last few days of championship week and kind of had the bracket. They had the idea for the bracket on Thursday. Didn't really change much. So that's how you end up with Iowa State, a Big 12 champion with the #5 KenPom rank, and Auburn, the SEC champion with the #4 KenPom rank, as the 2 and 4 seed in this region, and Illinois, the Big 10 champion, with I believe a top 10, 12 KenPom rank, sitting at the #3 seed.
So, am I crazy for still picking them to win the national championship?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, if you've watched any UConn this year, you'd know they're an absolute wagon.
Yeah. I mean, I know Klingon. Obviously, I know Cam Spencer.
A little bit.
Yeah, Cam Spencer is so good. And then there's first-team All-American Tristan Newton, Alex Caravan, who was on the national championship team last year and has taken a massive step forward.
They are a team I've watched at least a little bit of, just not much.
It's the best coach in the country. They have Samson Johnson, who runs up and down the floor like a deer. They got Hassan Diarra, who's taken a big step forward. Stephon Castle, who's going to be a lottery pick.
Yeah,
it's not as deep of a rotation as it was last year, but the team is playing better than it was at any point last season.
Actually, speaking of lottery picks, because college basketball and the NBA are so different, it's the best players in the country are rarely like the players that are the top NBA prospects. So if we're talking NBA, who are the top names to watch for in March Madness this year that would be potential like NBA guys for next year out of curiosity? I don't really know.
Tonight you're gonna want to watch Cody Williams at Colorado.
Okay.
That's one name to watch out for. Obviously, Steph Castle is a name to look out for. I think this year, honestly, there's not as many. This draft also stinks.
Yeah.
Jared McCain.
Yeah.
At Duke is a stud. Huge fan of him.
I'm proud of myself for knowing all three of those players.
Yeah. I mean, Dalton Knecht has probably played his way into being a lottery pick.
Yeah.
He's the best scorer in the country. I think someone mentioned Filipowski in the chat. I think a team would be wasting a pick on him if they took him in the first 20 picks. I think he's soft.
Interesting. And I mean, with the NBA, a lot of these players are the top picks now are international or G League Ignite.
International, yeah. Zachary Risacher is like the projected number one prospect in a lot of places, I think.
Yeah.
Ron Holland is up there. Alex Sarr, like these are all international guys, and and look, people will say college basketball is worse off for it. I don't think that. I don't think that at all.
It's a different style of game.
Yeah, and that's fine.
It's a completely different game.
What do you? How much NBA?
Reed Shepherd and Rob Dillingham at Kentucky.
Oh, Dillingham. I know Dillingham.
And Reed Shepherd, who's a 50% 3-point shooter.
Shepherd, I don't know if I know. But how much NBA do you watch? Like none?
None. Yeah. I don't have time.
Yeah.
Do you watch any like playoffs, Final Four?
Oh, playoffs, yes. I watch the Celtics. I watch the Celtics in the playoffs.
Yeah. You don't need to watch the NBA until playoffs.
And I keep up with the Celtics during the regular season. I'll see their scores on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I know that Tatum, I'll know if Tatum is playing really well or really poorly. Usually I'll know a lot more when he's playing really poorly because that's what people like to talk about because people think he sucks, which is the craziest thing ever because he's a 6-time All-Star at 25.
Yeah.
He's near the top of the MVP conversations right now.
Yep. But regardless of that,
honestly though, SGA might be the MVP this year.
Another player that I've had stock in for a long time.
Yeah, he is incredible. But
he's a dog.
Yeah.
Here's the big question here. Who are the Cinderella teams? Who are we watching out for?
The 12 seeds this year,
Please tell me Grand Canyon.
3 of the 12 seeds.
My team.
Yes, Grand Canyon. That's what we want to hear.
3 of the 12 seeds are really, really strong. And I had Grand Canyon as my preseason number 56 team. And I think they've played better than that this season, which is insane for a team out of that conference. They're 29-4. Outside of one terrible week in Texas, they're 29-2. Abilene and Tarleton are good teams in that league, but yeah, regardless of that.
So putting them in my Sweet 16 is not a bad bet.
Not a bad bet because I think Alabama isn't very good.
I've seen Charleston.
Yes, Sam.
Oh man, I can't pick Charleston to beat Alabama.
Okay.
Sam, I got a crazy.
I think Alabama probably just has too much to win like that game against Grand Canyon. And I think I think Alabama's got one of the best coaches in the country. But the entire West region, Ryan Hammer tweeted out
to a game that week.
Ryan Hammer, I'm sure you guys know Ryan Hammer, right?
Yeah.
He tweeted out, "I'm gonna lose sleep over the West region on Sunday night," and I quote tweeted it with, "This might be the worst region ever," and it got 1,200 likes. And it sucks. The region sucks.
Makes me feel good that that's my bracket with all the upsets because I felt like that too. That's good.
Yeah. The 1 seed is the worst 1 seed. The 2 seed lost to a 15 last year and has and their best player has a usage rate 6% higher in the team's losses than wins. So when they ride with him, they lose. That's Caleb Love, who's not their best player, but he's the Pac-12 player of the year somehow. A 3 seed that I haven't thought is very good all year, but they're very.
Who's Arizona's best player?
Anybody else?
Feds, what's your Twitter?
You follow me.
I do, but it's not coming up. What is
Sam
it?
_Fetterman.
Oh, it's underscore.
That is tough to find.
Is it? You just search my name and it should come up.
Sam, no, sarcasm.
No, I looked up your name and it didn't come up.
All right. A 4 seed that doesn't guard that couldn't guard me. A 5 seed that basically in the non-conference when they played against good teams played like crap. Now they did beat Gonzaga twice.
So who's
Gonzaga
winning winning the bracket?
What?
So who's winning the bracket?
Hold on, I'm not done. A 6 seed who's worse in KenPom and all the metrics than the 11 seed that they're playing against. A 7 seed who has been an NIT team since January. An 8 seed that is really an uncomfortable watch. A 9 seed that has 12 quad 1 losses. A 10 seed that is pretty good. An 11 seed that's really good for an 11 seed. And then a really good 12 seed. A 13 that is a good 13, but a good 13 isn't saying all that much. A 14 seed who's I never trust to win a tournament game. A 15 seed who fired their coach. And a 16 seed who has 7 guys.
So what I'm hearing is Clemson, by the way, not a good pick to go far in this tournament.
Clemson sucks.
Fair enough.
Wow.
I'm going to undo that.
I'm reading
I've been on that bracket all year. I haven't thought.
I'm through your bracket right now, Fetterman.
So the elite.
That's not my current bracket.
So putting them in the Sweet 16 is a bad move.
Yes.
Okay.
Fetterman,
I look at Clemson, New Mexico. Like when the bracket came out and I saw Clemson, New Mexico, I thought that was like the easiest pick ever.
Yeah,
right, New Mexico it is. All right. So who wins against them and Baylor?
But them and Baylor's a tough one. Because I honestly think New Mexico might be a more talented team. They play crazy fast. They don't turn it over. They have 3
New Mexico to Sweet 16. I'm sold.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad pick. I mean, I think I'm going to have them in my Sweet 16. A lot of people have New Mexico in the Final Four, and I don't think that's a bad pick. It's just that I feel like if New Mexico were a 6 seed, a lot of people and they have the metrics to be a 6 seed. They don't have the resume. They have the metrics. I thought they were going to be a 10 seed, maybe a 9 seed. But if they were a 6 seed, no one would be picking them to make the Final Four. I think the reason why people are picking them to make the Final Four is because they're going so chalk on their other Final Four picks that they need
exactly my situation.
Now, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that New Mexico in the Final Four is a bad thing, but I think that basing your Final Four picks around, I think that placing your picks against any other pick that doesn't have to do with it, I don't get it. Like right now, my Final Four is fairly chalky.
Okay.
It's very chalky, actually. And on Sunday night, I went to bed with Nevada or Alabama in the Final Four, and I was just like, no. Last night, I went to bed with UNC in the Final Four, and I was like, all right, that feels better. And I don't even
how
like
long does it take you to make your bracket, Sam, once it comes
So
out?
I do my initial thoughts on Sunday night, and I actually was on the train when the bracket came out. So I didn't get to do my initial thoughts for a couple hours after the bracket came out.
Yeah.
And then I did a show Sunday night, 12:30 we started. We talked bracket. Then I've been thinking. Then I did honestly most of my thoughts were on the transfer portal yesterday. So, on Monday. God, it's already Wednesday. So I didn't really think about the bracket a ton on Monday, and then I kind of thought about it Monday night. Again, thought about it Tuesday night.
100%. You got to join the Burns and Berman bracket challenge.
I will. I'm gonna. Everyone's gonna beat me. By the way, my brackets suck every year.
Yeah, they do. They're always terrible.
But My thing about the bracket.
I finally found your banger tweet. I finally found it.
There it is. I tweet a lot. Especially this time.
Yeah, you do. It took me a while to
I'm gonna make a bunch of money the next time Twitter pays out because I have had about.
Are you verified?
Yeah, I have Twitter Blue.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I have had a bunch of banger tweets recently, and I'm up to about 4.5 million tweet views this month.
Nice.
Which is really good. So I'm gonna make a bunch of money next time Twitter pays out. But regardless, the bracket.
Twitter pay?
Like, I don't like.
Yeah, how much does Twitter pay?
They don't pay that
much. Not much.
Yeah.
Like
no, like that's probably like
I've made like $200 off of Twitter.
And how much?
And that's how long actually?
You pay $90. So I basically throughout ads, it's probably more like 150 to 175 for the season. But I'm kind of implying that I'm gonna get up to 200 by the end of the season.
Oh, you mean like your profit's gonna be like 200?
No.
Your profit's gonna be like $10.
my profit's gonna be like $100. But honestly, if I'm making 1 cent in profit, it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Yeah.
Now my thing is, with all the college basketball I watch, a bracket, like filling out a bracket for me is not like a sit down, fill it out type thing. It's a like my bracket is like a living beast. Like I take it everywhere and I
love it.
Like I take my bracket everywhere and I write out everything and like I cross a million things out.
Right.
And like
see,
I have my
crazy. I understand. Because I have the same
here's my CBI bracket if anybody cares. I have UC San Diego winning the CBI.
Oh, actually, hold on. Question. Because I've just heard like bits and pieces about it. I have no idea what's going on.
The NIT?
What is going on with the NIT? Like, what is the situation?
So when I went to Lemoyne practice earlier this year, this is my initial thoughts. When I went to Lemoyne practice earlier this year, that day, it was announced that mid-major auto bids mid-major 1 seeds that lose in the first round of their conference tournament no longer had the auto bid to the NIT. Mm-hmm. So
that how did it work before?
If you won your regular season conference tournament, if you won the conference in the regular season, no matter what, you would either be in the NIT or the NCAA tournament. Because if you lost in the conference tournament, you'd go to the NIT. If you won the conference tournament, you go to the NCAA tournament. It was an automatic bid. It's kind of like how the NCAA tournament works. But this year in October, they announced, no, there's no more auto bid. Now the auto bids go to the top 2 teams in the net rankings from the power conferences that didn't make the NCAA tournament.
So that just fucks over all the mid-major schools.
What?
So it just fucks over all the mid-major schools.
Yes. And if you ask why would they do that, is that what you're going to ask next?
Yeah.
Money.
Why do you think they do it?
Money. Money. Profitability. Big name
schools. Not even money and profitability, but the fact that college sports is trying to box out the mid-majors.
For money.
Yes. But I don't think this directly makes them a ton of money. It's just it boxes out the mid-majors and eventually will make them money. Yeah. But I truly, truly believe that the NIT will come back around at some point.
So,
speaking of which, my NIT bracket, where is it?
Are opting out.
Where's my NIT bracket?
Who makes an NIT bracket?
Sam does.
Who the hell's my NIT bracket?
It's Fetterman. Of course he does.
Oh,
Sam, what'd you eat for lunch today?
I have Princeton winning the NIT. No, I have Indiana State winning the NIT over Princeton.
Sam, what'd you eat for lunch today?
Chicken, grilled chicken.
I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
So Maryland, right? Yeah. Okay.
All right. That was a good show, guys. That was a great show. He's so confused right now. He's sitting backstage now.
Let me just explain. We had a whole plan. So when we felt like you were rambling too much, we were gonna have a cutoff, and we needed a code, and that was your code.
Oh my God!
That's it. With that, that'll do it for episode 73 of Barnes and Berman.
Bang! That was right when Sam went to hunt for the. We love you, Sam. Right when you went to hunt for the NIT bracket, it was time.
That's it.
it was time. All right, hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Love it.
We'll be back here next Monday, 2 p.m.
Hold on.
Central Time. Better time zone.
The all-day March Madness streams. If I do them, would you be able to join with me at least for certain parts?
Not Friday, but tomorrow. Because Friday,
I'm not even saying all day, but like just for certain times.
Because Friday I'm going to a watch party, but tomorrow maybe.
Got it. So with that, can you at least will you at least be able to start with me?
Start like at noon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Decision made. We'll be up. March Madness stream back.
Actually, start at 11:45 because I have to get to a class at 12:30. It's a lab, and I have to go.
Oh, I'm not going to a single class tomorrow.
But I'm gonna be watching the games, but like I'm just gonna copy my friend's work,
of course,
while I watch the games.
Of course. All right, but there you go. Decision made. We're gonna do the March Madness streams are back this year.
Start at like 11:45.
Yep. Perfect.
Awesome.
All right,
sounds good. I might pop in and say hello tomorrow as well.
But no Burns and Berman on Friday, but there will still be streams, but it'll only be on Twitch. So those who watch on YouTube, it's gonna be on Twitch. Remember, for another 3 weeks, it is still the Neck Network. It'll be back to the next network soon. Everyone's confused. Have I not told you what happened? He hasn't.
Somebody hacked their Twitch and they changed the name to the Neck
hacked
Network
our Twitch
instead
and changed
of the
our
Next
username to the Neck Network, and we can't change it for 2 months. So we are the Neck_Network since right around the Super Bowl, and then we can finally change it in 3 weeks.
No way.
Yep.
That's so stupid. By the way, if you're interested, I think some people in your chat are like interested in where I'm talking about my bracket.
Yeah, plug it.
Tonight, after the Colorado Boise State game, Twitter at BBBCBB podcast or YouTube, just search brackets, bubbles, and bid stealers, or search my name, Sam Fetterman. You'll be able to find that. It'll be tonight. You can listen to you could also listen to our search season podcast, which was really good on Monday night, but you're gonna cut me off there.
All right, perfect. All right. See you guys.